Arthritis, a disease that affects more than 800,000 adults, 3,500 children in Oklahoma today. Joining us from the Arthritis Foundation of Oklahoma, Jennifer Wyckoff. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We also have Mandie Nicholson and Jaime Popp. We have Aiden. We have Ellie. Guys, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate your time and the stories you're about to learn. Jennifer set it up for us. Tell me more about the Arthritis Foundation of Oklahoma.
Well, the Arthritis Foundation of Oklahoma, we kind of cover two markets, our major cities, Tulsa and Oklahoma City. And the reason that we exist, the reason why the foundation all around the country exists is to help find a cure for arthritis, whether it's through our fundraising events like our upcoming Walk to Cure Arthritis event in Oklahoma City, or it's through making sure that people are more aware that this is a disease that is running rampant across our country. In fact, 1 in 5 Americans have this disease. That is over 50 million Americans. And the crazy thing is that a lot of people think that arthritis is an older person's disease, that it couldn't possibly affect anybody that's young or that's healthy or has a healthy lifestyle. But we've done research, and 65% of the people that are diagnosed with arthritis are under the age of 65. So it can be a disease that affects people of all ages across all demographics, and we want to make sure that we create the awareness that it's out there. It can happen to anyone at any place, anytime, and our foundation exists to try to find a cure for that.
It's raising awareness. It's also raising funds. You mentioned the walk, which is coming up.
Yes, Saturday, May 16th. In the morning, so I know a lot of people are not too keen on getting up early in the morning on Saturday, but it is for a great cause, and it's not that early. It's 9 a.m. It's right here downtown in Bricktown Ballpark. We're so excited to have it, such a fun central location. We're going to have a dog zone, so dogs are invited to come to the event. There's a 1 mile, 3 mile walk option. We'll have a kids zone with face painting and balloon animals, a senior zone, a mission zone, food, beverage. It'll be really exciting. It's going to be a fun time.
I believe a 3 mile walk, perhaps a 1 mile walk, 9 a.m., May 16th.
That is correct.
Well, we rack that at the end as well. Mandie, I'll bring you in now with this little guy. Aiden. I was going to say Bevo, but that'd be the wrong thing to say here in Oklahoma. It's probably not Bevo at all.
We're actually Texas fans. We're from Texas.
Oh, well then perfect. Well, Mandie, you made the drive from Paola, right?
Yes.
Tell me about when you discovered Aiden had arthritis.
Well, he started having pain in his knee, and we thought maybe he fell and hurt it, and this went on for a couple weeks. It just got worse and worse. It started swelling. He started running a fever. So we thought, well, that's not normal, so we took him in to see his pediatrician. She was amazing. She knew automatically that it probably was arthritis, so she actually sent us to OU Children's ER with all of his blood work and x-rays, and they got him in to see Dr. Sestok at OU Children's that next week. And he got a steroid injection in his knee, and it went away for a little while. And then in February, he had the flu, and it flared back up in his fingers and his wrists. So it's been a pretty long journey for us.
What are some of the challenges you face every day, Aiden, with this?
When I woke up.
Can you talk louder?
When I woke up this morning, my hands and feet were hurting.
And what happens? Can you move them? Can you use them?
And so, Mandie, this affects his ability to get dressed.
Function, yes. He can't button his clothes, brush his teeth. He can't hold a spoon to eat cereal sometimes. One morning, I got him out of bed and stood him up, and he felt back over because his toes were swollen and he couldn't stand on them. So.
Yikes. Jaime, we'll bring you in. When did you guys discover that Ellie had arthritis?
We were diagnosed a year ago in March, like 2 months before she turned 2, and she had a swollen knee. And I actually thought she had fallen and hurt herself because she fell on the right. She had fallen on the concrete and skinned her knee. So I thought, and then 2 days later, her knee swelled like nobody's business, and so I thought, well, and then it got to where she couldn't walk on it at all. Then I started thinking, okay, there's something obviously going on. So we went to the pediatrician, we went to urgent care clinic, and finally we went to the ER at Children's, and they thought that it was actually, they diagnosed it as transient synovitis, And so then we went to orthopedic surgeon.
Sounds like a big scary word.
Right. I'm a nurse, and actually I was like, okay, at least we have answers. That
So you're like,
felt
okay, I
better
know
for
a
me.
little bit more about
Right.
that.
And then I started researching more, and the orthopedic surgeon actually is the one who said, I think that we might need to refer you to rheumatology. And so we went over to rheumatology, and that's where we got the diagnosis of post-articular arthritis. So Ellie has it in her knee, and then she also has it in her ankle. And she, like, similar situation, her knee swelled up, and we got the injection. We were like, praise the Lord, everything's good. And then all of a sudden, at night, Ellie wants you to rub her legs to go to sleep. And so I was rubbing her ankle, and then all of a sudden her ankle was warm and hot and swollen, and I was like, okay. So we went back in, had another injection. Then we started on methotrexate weekly, which is a chemo medicine. And it's a low dose, so that's what we take weekly to help with the inflammation.
Jennifer, you mentioned a cure and awareness. Mandie, we were talking beforehand about the rheumatologist. There's just one in the state, right?
Yes.
And so there's a shortage nationwide, but there's a shortage here in Oklahoma as well.
Absolutely. We are very concerned, particularly for our state, because, like you said, one certified pediatric rheumatologist.
I guess I should say that, pediatric rheumatologist.
Correct. Here in the state of Oklahoma. Now, we do have some rheumatologists in our major cities that are willing to see children, but they're not certified pediatric rheumatologists. So we have one here in Oklahoma City, and we have 3,500 children in Oklahoma diagnosed with juvenile arthritis. So if you just think about the numbers and think about, there's no way one person can see that many children even in a year. And so a lot of our patients here that have juvenile arthritis, they're going to other states to seek treatment, to seek help. And so and those states have shortages of pediatric rheumatologists. So everybody's fighting for this very rare resource, but we need it. It's very much in need.
I have several people that we've met through the foundation, and we're the only ones besides you all that are staying in the state. I've got one going to Texas and another one that's going to the Shriners in Louisiana. So
And that's the one in Shreveport that you mentioned earlier.
That is correct, yes.
Now, does Ellie have siblings?
yes.
Do they have arthritis?
No. She has a 10-year-old brother, and then she has a 20-year-old sister. Neither one do. But it does affect them because she gets a lot of attention. We go to the doctor a lot of times. If she's in a bad mood, because that doesn't ever happen, but it does sometimes.
It's coming up on the terrible twos,
We
right?
always, exactly. And that's another challenge. Like, is she hurting, or is she being a regular 2 or 3-year-old?
Sure.
So brother misses out a lot because the focus is on her. So, and it affects the whole family. The whole family is affected. You miss work for doctor's appointments. You worry about if they're going to get the care, and I love where she goes to school, but it's a challenge every day. Because the medicine she's on can make her immunocompromised, and I'm scared she's going to get sick at school. And actually, she's been better on it. So.
And what about Aiden? He has a couple siblings, right?
Yes, he has a 4-year-old brother and a 1-year-old sister. They don't have it, but like she said, it affects everyone. He does get more attention, and on his bad days, I have to spend more time helping him get ready in the morning, and it's hard for them, especially being so young. So
let's talk about the challenges moving forward. How do you, I guess education is part of it, but just moving forward, how do you deal with this? How do you tell the kiddos, hey, you're going to have to deal with the drugs, the inconveniences? That's, I guess every parent faces some sort of education, but this is a little bit different.
I've done a lot of research, so much research that my head spins sometimes.
Well, you guys were mentioning medication there. I'm like, and you're nodding your head while she's mentioning that. I was like, yeah, clearly they know
There's a lot of medications, and that's a scare for me, with him being only 5, to be on so much medication, so early and so often.
Depending on the medication or the side effects.
The side effects of the medication. We're also on methotrexate. The side effects are just really scary, and it was hard for me to make the decision to give it to him. It was a very emotional journey for me. I did a lot of research, made appointments with my pediatrician, pharmacist, and it's hard to.
But you don't want to see him in pain.
He has to be able to move and function and go to school. And
Well, you mentioned, and Aiden mentioned, he's quite fast, ladies and gentlemen. He likes to play soccer, so it's not slowing you down in some capacities, right? And I guess that is the goal with everything, is
Yes.
to have a more as normal of a life as possible.
Yes.
Ladies, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for coming in. Jennifer,
you.
remind us the race for the Cure, for the Walk for the Cure.
Walk to Cure Arthritis. It is Saturday, I almost said September. Whoa, we are jumping way ahead of the year. It's Saturday, May 16th. Registration is 8 a.m. Walk starts at 9 a.m. It's at Bricktown Ballpark. But if you want to go ahead and register now, which we love our early bird registrants, it is free to register. And you can go to www.walktocurearthritisokc.org.
Okay.
And all the information about the event and how to register will be right there.
Don't you have two big fundraisers? This is one. Is there another
And
one?
then every year in Tulsa in December, we have a holiday-themed 5K event called the Jingle Bell Run.
Oh, very
and
nice.
so that's in December. And in fact, Ellie is our 2015 youth honoree for that event. So
Awesome.
She's very active.
yes, she will be the star of the show in
She'll
December.
be driving by then, right?
Yes, exactly.
Ladies, thanks so much for your time. Best of
you.
luck with everything.
Thank you. Thank you.